Okay, hopefully just like last time it will help. So, hello zombie. What this? Give me a moment. And please tell me if the stream is lagging on your end. I have no idea if it's probably something with internet on my side. I don't know. Huh. Pum, 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 pum. Wow, it actually looks black now. That's the first time. I didn't, and it doesn't say if it's good or bad, so I will assume that's it's okay. That it's in the black, not even in the red. So okay, all right, whatever. I mean, judging by your reaction, it seems that the stream is not lagging on your end. It's great. Okay, let me actually just send the link in the um in the chat. So this is basically the game called is Mercuralia. It's on itch.io. Got released like a week ago or something, and it's a mix of basically it's like a first-person game focused on exploration plus some visual novel elements. Not sure what that means exactly, but the usual. I've seen it actually not on Twitter, by the way. That's a new one. I've seen it on Blue Sky. I think it was Robert Young who reposted it, and I saw the trailer. I mean, the screenshots look great, right? And that's already that's kind of like the immediate attractor, you can say. But trailer is also pretty good. So let's watch it. Also, apparently it's pretty short, like 30 minutes, which means like an hour in my case. Yeah, looks great. Pretty cool stuff. All right, so let's check it out. So we already hit with some interesting stuff. That's the menu, the main menu. Definitely looks a bit placeholder, and it's, God, it irritates me so much that this button sticks out in comparison to the rest buttons. Like it's the only thing that kind of sticks out a little bit. That just kills me whenever I spot it. But anyway, yeah, it's honestly, I don't know. It to some extent it kind of feels like they might be using an asset from Marketplace. Also, not a big fan of the text of UI in some spots, like this stuff, for example, right? This combination, like I can bear. It's kind of hard to read this stuff. But yeah, these are the controls. Okay, the credits. So let me see. There are some additional 3D models. There are fonts. Additional sex? No, I'm sorry, SFX. So no, maybe they built this menu by themselves, but yeah, it's not a big fan of how kind of hard it is to read it. But anyway, it is, by the way, a game made in Unreal, and it's sort of, I don't know, Unreal games, I guess, they have a feel to them, you know, and I feel it. When I launched the game, I tried to like run around a little bit. This game is kind of, you know, in terms of optimization, it's a little bit heavy. So I had to go like for medium quality in graphics. Yeah, but you know, should be alright still. Let's go. How long I'm lost again in a dense sea fog. I hear something like wild dogs speaking. I like the transitions, like the sound effects when I click on the next line. I'm sprinting now. I can tell which direction I came from. Wait, is it? Is it the typing machine sound effect? The snarl screams are closer now. I think so. Wild dogs are known for speaking? What? Huh? I think I missed something. No, I'm not sure what you're referring to, zombie. The fog makes the sound dull and directionless. I trip towards a halo of warmer gray. I force myself in a gap between stones. I find shelter on the other side. It's warm and smells of lemon verbena and rain-dumped leaves. My eyes adjust. A stone statue taps into the firelight. Yeah, take this. It'll scare away the damp. They hand me a steaming clay cup. The softly flickering candlelight gives the delicate marble features the illusion of a gentle smile. Why not wait here for a while, till the sea fog burns off? I take a sip. It is warming and pleasant, but without flavor. It tastes like swimming all day in a crisp blue ocean. And in the evening, I lay on the shore calm and exhausted, and I drift to sleep with the distant sound of waves crashing. I think the game is a bit loud. I tweaked the sound in the main menu, but I guess that was not enough. Let me move it down a little bit, like this. Yeah. Feel the tea maker at your service. The calm continues to fizz like sea foam dissolving on sand. My frozen fingers are able to move once again. I thank Teal for this. Is Teal some kind of ancient Greek character? I don't recognize the name. This is your first time visiting the festival. Oh. Oh. Well, that's interestingly done. So... Alright, I need to click on the festival. It is the Mercuralia. Today is the final day of the celebration week. At moonfall, the ritual takes place. Ritual? It's kind of funny how I can keep clicking on the main, you know, dialogue sort of window, and it makes a sound. It does a flashing effect, but yeah, it does nothing. It's kind of funny. Is it an option? There is only one. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, it's not really, I guess. It's more like about kind of like to accentuate the fact that it's, you know, your character responding, I guess. And kind of like bring you sort of together in sync, that, you know, you are the one who's like controlling the character response, sort of, maybe. The ritual of change. All are welcome. If you aren't here for the festival, then what brings you so far into the Marklands? I tell them about my quest to reach the city and find the great red bird. Ah, so you're a bone collector. How unusual. Are you employed by one of the northern reliquariums? I say that I'm not, but struggle to offer a sensible explanation for my journey. Teal's non-expression changes again. Her eyes... Oh, it's... okay. Her eyes say she knows something more, but does not say. I have a cousin in the mountains who makes bone tea. He uses bird bones occasionally, but never the great red bird. But rare, probably. Okay, let's show Teal the postcard. Interesting. Central City Aviary. That's a postcard, I guess. I remember this. It's the aviary... Aviary? Am I pronouncing it right? Whatever. In the Midtown. I say I'm surprised anyone living remembers it. Oh yes, I had a little shop around there. It was a very long time ago. Also, I can use spacebar to continue, which is, I guess, typical. Unfortunately for you, the bridge to the city washed out, 200 years ago. You missed this morning's ferry already. You'll have to take the night ferry. It stops on the beach. Just follow the sea gates down to the water. They open with the changing tides. Looks like the fog's clearing up. I hope you find your bird. And take time to enjoy the festival along the way. Okay. So this is Teal. Oh god. Oh, okay. Oh, I am very slow. Damn. Oh, I am kind of uncomfortably slow. Alright, let's say goodbye to Teal. One more thing. What is that? I've never seen anything like it. She gestures toward my binoculars. A contraption made for the last battle, I said, helps me to see great distances. Okay, this is how they sort of introduce the mechanic. I tell her I hope it will help me find my bird. The ritual's beginning. What? BT use binoculars. Well, may the light of the entombed God to find you. And may you find this place once again when it does. I think it skipped a line accidentally. I struggle to find the right words, so I smile and thank her back. I wonder what's like my FPS right now. I think it's okay. So there's apparently a time of day kind of mechanic. Alright, so I need to... Where am I supposed to go? I'm supposed to like find some red bird. And I need to find a ferry, right? A night ferry or something. That was kind of like our goal that was established. Well, that clearly looks like a fence to me that I cannot traverse. Oh wait, maybe I'm wrong. No, that's a border. Find the great red bird. Thank you for the reminder. Is this where they're cooking their tea? Kind of cool. That's some wonky collision. And I can... What? Can I go this way? Or can I... Oh, that's invisible wall, huh? Okay, we're kind of off the awkward start. Right, I cannot trust my senses in this game. I see. That's a little bit annoying, you know. we talked about this several times, I think, you know, on the various video games. But when you say that you are working, that the game, you know, that people will, you know, that you released is an exploration game, I think the standards in regard to, you know, kind of like clarity and readability of space sort of get a little bit higher. Like you, in some games, it's fine to have invisible collision kind of like standing like this, I believe. But in a game like this, that is predominantly focused on exploration of space, of, you know, on moving through space, experiencing space, that is not good. And it's kind of unset. It's kind of sad that it's like, it's literally to my left, right? Because the way that kind of starts is, okay, here is Teal. I don't see any like way around her, so I'm making a 180 move. What was that? I don't know what was that. I make a 180 move, 180 turn, and I'm hit with a fence. So okay, right, nice vista. So I can go this way, I guess, but it looks kind of obscured by the bushes, right? I think that's a bush. I'm actually not sure. Something. And I turn to the left, and it looks like a path that I can take, right? No. Yeah. Can I go this way? I can, it seems. Oh, maybe I. Wait, no, I can't. Oh, that. Yeah, there are a lot of collision issues, which I am kind of not surprised, I guess, considering the geometry that we're dealing with. I can kind of sympathize with the wonkiness, considering that my sort of past few days, weeks, were kind of about dealing with collision problems. Okay, let's go this way. Can I go this way? I like the kind of like the low FPS kind of animation. That's kind of nice. No, I can't go this way. What is happening? That's happened second time. Very tempting vista, unfortunately not accessible to us. Hello? Can I talk to you? No, they're just vibing and dancing. Yeah, that looks like a path that I can take. Okay, that looks like the way to go. So this is the way. What? I think, did I pick up something? There was like a stone that disappeared. Let me check in options. Binoculars, advanced text. No, nothing tells me about that. Oh, okay, so this is what it is. I'm picking up stones. I don't know why. Probably it's important somehow. be... No, there is a... It seems to me there is like a branching path that I can either go this way or that way. I do like the use of arches as a sort of kind of like distant points of interest, right? Because you can just purely based on the like architectural form, you can guess, oh, like there is probably a path there. So it's kind of nice because the environments are definitely, it's kind of, the environments are pretty busy, right? But they're kind of, I think they're so far they're striking a good balance, you know, between like readability and busyness. Okay. Guys, sorry, I picked up all the stones, I think. Also, I'm noticing that there is a symbol used multiple times, right? This kind of like a flower? That looks like a flower to me. You can literally see that it's like framed, another symbol in the distance is framed by this arch kind of nicely. I don't know if there's any sort of significance to it yet, but I'll follow the flower. Sure. Oh, that's like a flowery area, I guess, actually. That's kind of so weird how there's the stone mechanic. It's just, they are kind of like standing, kind of like placed across your path, and because they are blending with the environment, it's kind of, you know, it's very easy to miss them. And so quite a lot of times me picking up a stone is like a very, it's an accident. It's not something that I did out of my volition intentionally. That was just, yeah, like right now. Let me check. Is everything alright? Oh, alright, the bitrate in the green, nice. Hello guys, hello. Noticing there are two types of beings here. These ghost creatures and statues, kind of like mannequins, I guess. Oh, this one looks cool. I climb the ladder? No. Alright, ladders are not climbable. I do like... Oh, am I? Please don't tell me I'm stuck. I'm not stuck, thank God. I do like this kind of approach of, you know, creating this quiet alien, right? Quiet surreal world, and just dropping the player into it, right into it, right? So what we had in the beginning, just like this kind of short dialogue with one of the characters, right? And it did establish kind of like our main goal that, okay, we're searching for the great red bird. We need to go and find like the fairy or something. So like the main goal for the game got established there. But apart from this, we just don't really know a lot about this world. I guess there is like some kind of entombed god or something. And some people drink tea here. And there is a festival, right? So I guess this is a festival. God, all these ladders look so climbable. Oh, these rocks are sliding. Oh, alright, I've seen this on the screenshot. Hello. Oh, it's a clock, right? It's not moving, so I believe. Maybe it's not a clock. Not sure. Can I talk to you about the clock? Also very cute clouds. I do kind of like how the skybox is just pure mass, right? But there are like a bunch of clouds in this particular spot, just kind of completely static and kind of cute looking. Honestly, I kind of want to eat them. I don't know why. Okay, I can go this way or that way, right? Oh no, that's one way. I guess I can go back now. Right, I'm committed to this. There are more ways to go. So I see like a bunch of landmarks, I guess. This kind of a sphere-looking thingy, right? Stands out a lot, so that's probably important. But there's also this kind of industrial construction, this kind of like what is this called? The tunnel? No, that's not the tunnel drill machine. That's like a mining equipment, basically. It's like a giant machinery used for mining and stuff. Yeah, so that's probably also important. So let's go that way. And before that, I'll check the stairs. Is there anything here? Some ruins. Yeah, okay. I do like this. You can kind of notice how they are relying a lot on certain architectural shapes to sort of help with navigation. Before we've seen a lot of use of arches. Here we see stairs, also another a pretty noticeable architectural shape that just implies directionality, that there is a stairs, that means you can go there, right? And then again they're using arches a lot here. Look at this, another arch, and also a bunch of stones, and here they're kind of noticeable now, since especially now I know that there are stones that I can pick up. So maybe these stones are supposed to be kind of like breadcrumbs, maybe, in a very kind of like pure sort of sense of a breadcrumb. Also, I'm back. Oh, that was a loop. Loop's a loop. Okay, I'm supposed to go that way. Okay, that was just way back. Well, let's follow the stairs. And follow the breadcrumbs. Also very nice water. I'm digging it. Oh, okay. Okay, there are again multiple ways to go. Stairs or arch? That's a question. I'll go for stairs. I love stairs. Am I? Oh, I'm just backed again. All right. Yeah, this is the teal sort of little house, and I recognize the vista, of course. Is it just like I see more stones? Not sure if I want to pick them up, but I guess it's kind of like just this whole little balcony is kind of a way for to remind the player, like, hey, remember this place? You've been there before, right? To further help build familiarity and mental map of the space too, I guess. I don't think that's accessible to me, right? Yeah, that's not accessible. Well, I don't know what I'm looking at. Oh, all right. So for a moment, I was kind of a bit unsure about the utility of the binoculars, but it seems that binoculars kind of like give us additional information what I'm looking at. I'll be honest, I can't say it's very helpful. It's kind of cool that I can like get the name of an area or something, like a... No, I don't get anything now. So it's one time only. That's kind of sad. Okay, I don't know. I'm not sure about these binoculars. They're definitely not very comfortable to use. Very, very small amount of space, on the screen is available to me. So it's imitation bluebird target acquired. Oh boy, you barely have time to read the text too. What is it? Did they play a Rogue Trader recently? I'm sorry. Okay. So not sure what's going on here. And with this like an interesting visual effect. No. Oh, can I go this way? No. Oh, I can. What the collision is so... And there's like literally a stone there, right? But yeah, that's not locked. It's not available to me. Rogue Trader mentioned, yes. Hello, Mono. Hello, hello. Uh, yeah, that was it seems to be a bit of a detour. Okay, let's go back to this pass, I guess. Not sure if I can get to this construction. Probably not. Kind of interesting how you can see these ghosts hanging out inside of the sort of building, I guess. It is kind of a cool way to show, that to imply kind of like the interior spaces that you are, that actually do not exist, right? That, I imagine this is not accessible to me, this building. But because I see like these ghosts inside, I can kind of like think, oh, okay, someone is hanging out inside of that structure. Something makes a noise here. Not sure why. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Nice reveal. Nice. This is how you introduce... Well, not introduce. We got introduced to it already, but that was nicely framed. Landmark. So this is our end goal, I imagine. Sure. I want to go there. Looks very, very intriguing. Again, now we have a natural kind of like constructed arches. Oh, also these things. What? Can I interact with them? No. Oh, they definitely look cool. Cool. This guy's also wondering, I imagine, what the purpose of these structures are. Yeah, I'm kind of sad, I guess. The only thing that's a little bit sad to me for now is how, considering that this world is full of these ghosts and mannequin guys, I cannot interact with them at all. I can't talk to anyone. So it's kind of these spaces are very kind of lively, in a sense they're inhabited by lots of characters, but they also feel very lonely at the same time. Because I'm just moving through. Hello. Okay, again, 2 ways to go. Let's go this way. I like these very chunky, thick pillars. They're very kind of nice. That's an. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Is it a ramp? I think that's a ramp. There's an invisible wall. Unfortunate. Alright, so I can reach this building probably? Maybe not. Okay, yeah, this one, I guess this is kind of to some extent, maybe you can call it a subversion of players' expectations now, right? Since this game so far been leaning toward the use of architectural forms so hard. Now they're kind of doing the opposite, right? Because that doorway, is actually not leading to anywhere, so it's which is kind of sad. I do want to explore this place. So now we're going back to the sphere. No. No, can't jump there. Oh, what's this? What? Can I drink it? No, I can throw it. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Right, again. Yeah, I think there is. You should be kind of careful, you know, when you use a lot of these kind of like branches. We introduce like 2 paths for the player to choose from. When you do it a lot of times, and kind of like in quick succession, in a short period of time, they do kind of start feeling a bit kind of formulaic, I guess, a bit too sort of gamey to some extent. You know, it's just, yeah, I feel like you should be a little bit careful when you do this kind of branching. They start feeling a little bit artificial if you overuse them. Oh, that's a cool looking cave, I guess. Oh, a little bit of tease, okay. I'll keep in mind that stone. Can I talk to you guys? Please. No talking. I guess they're into candles. That's what I can get from this place. These people love candles. I'm thinking about Rogue Trader again. The candle industry. Okay, I'll remember that. Even so, again, not really sure why. Okay, about the stones. Oh, that is cool. That is actually kind of cool how, you know, when you move through the cave like first time, it is a, you know, your sort of, your conventional kind of like enclosed cave, right? But once you backtrack, you are greeted with these kind of like nice opening in the floor, in the ceiling, where you can see like the skybox and these very tasty looking clouds. That's nice. It's a good way to do backtracking, you know, to introduce new elements to the space to make backtracking less boring. Wait a second. Did my character said in the beginning that they are like a stone collector? Did they? I don't remember. Maybe this is the point why we're collecting stones, because we're a stone collector? Okay, I didn't even mean to go this up, but I just followed the stones. And I end up here on top. And this is the power of breadcrumbs. Look at this. Another new area. God, it looks so cozy. And there are birds here, chilling. Oh my god, birdie. Sorry, birdie. Let me fight the fucking slopes. Wait a moment. Yeah, I think I'm stuck here actually. Am I? No. Hello. God, this is very cool design. Very cute. Look at that. Look at the head movement. Having a good time? This one doesn't care. Alright, we found the birds. Oh, let me guess. Let me guess. We're going to get that tempting stone. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's cute. I like it. I like how we kind of find this stone behind the fence very quickly. I think like it's pretty important when you do this kind of teasing moment, you know, for the player. You should always keep in mind that players' ability to keep stuff in their memory is very limited. And so when you do this kind of teasing, you should make sure that that teasing is resolved relatively quickly, that, you know, the player will be able to get this item relatively soonish. So when they get it, they can actually still keep in their memory that, oh yeah, that is the item that I wanted to get, but I couldn't. Feels nice. Because if you don't do that, if you like introduce it after the resolution, after like an hour, when the player get to it, they will completely forget that they were teased by this and they crave this item, whatever the item is, right? They'll just get it and be like, okay, there's an item. And the whole point kind of teasing is lost, basically. Okay, let's get out of here. Very beautiful hot springs. Can't say the same thing about this floor. I want to climb this. So again, nice reveal of the vista again. Is it a door? Oh, this guy became a bush. Oh, that. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Maybe I am. You know what? Whatever. Even if that looks like a bug, right? That I'm not supposed to be here, but I'll take that moment to enjoy the vista around me. Yeah, you can see kind of like the boundary. It's very nice looking sharp edge. Mm. The colors absolutely slay. Yeah, that's kind of the best resolution, you know, I think you can get for your game when the like player breaks out of level boundaries somehow, and they just stay there and like still enjoying. Like the game is absolutely beautiful still, even so this is completely not how you're supposed to look at it. Okay, so this is all just optional. Also, look at this building. Oh, nice looking walls, and there's a bird too. Can I go? Oh my god, please. What the? Oh, there's a giant creature, giant person in the distance. No! No, I cannot slide. I want to slide. But it is kind of cool. We can see the glimpse of the giant. Alright, so we're just going back, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of sad. I keep being sad that there are like no characters to talk to. Because like the way this game is introduced, right? It begins literally with a dialogue with another character. And so it's kind of like I think it sort of sets the wrong expectations for you in this way, because you would think like, oh, I can talk to other people. No, you cannot, unfortunately. That's a stone. Oh, okay, there is another way to go. What's this? Oh, what is this? Oh. What? I am not sure what I'm looking at. Oh, that's kind of too bright for me. Well, oops. Oh, no, there are stairs. Okay, they're cooking something. Well, oh, I jumped over it. Oh! Oh, they're cooking each other. Oh, that was a weird thing to say. But okay. Oh, if that's your thing, can I go this way? No. I like how there is this like a bunch of planks sort of denoting that no, you can't go this way. Yeah, there are like a bunch of people in that stew. Not sure. Alright. Okay. I don't remember where I want to go. Yeah, this way. Okay, now I remember. Love hazard is just like giant pinkish? Is it pinkish? I think it's pinkish, right? It's just spot. Just for some reason. Wait, wait, how did I come here? Oh, right. Oh, that was the original, yes, that was the original branch, I Yeah, now I'm going to the left. Oh, these stairs do not want to cooperate. Okay, now this is getting a little bit busy for my taste. God, this is just a lot. A lot to take in. Someone got killed here. Or maybe no, maybe they just took off their like mask. Okay, another stairs. Oh, hey. Wait. Huh? What? Is it a dog? I think that's a dog. Wait, no, that... I don't know what this is supposed to be. Okay, so these things, I don't know. Wait, I can color things with this? I can. Okay. Sure. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I love what I'm looking at, but I'll be honest, my eyes, they slowly like start, you know, start hurting a little bit. Yeah, that's a lot to take. Is there some kind of festival in like South Europe or something where people throw like paint or like spices at each other? Am I imagining this? I'm misremembering it. Can I go this way? Oh, no, actually this time there is a collision. Not sure what's happening here, but something fun. Oh yeah, maybe in India. Yeah. That's probably what I'm thinking then. Yeah. Kind of interesting in terms of like sound design, how you have this like quite unsettling and creepy music, like sound coming out of. Again, I have no idea of where. It just radiates from there, and it sort of overrides the the party music, which creates like a very like weird effect. It's not very cheery. Not very cheery, not very party-like here. In terms of vibes, I guess I'll just leave. Follow the stairs. Okay, Again, we can go this way. Yeah, sure. Let's go this way. Can I talk to you? It wants to talk to me. This one is into cubes. Look at them. They just like their face is covered in cubes. They're my friend. Another cube lover. Oh, that's a water edge. Do you see this? That's, oh my god, that's completely misaligned. But oh, I don't know. It looks kind of intentional, maybe. Hard to say. Hard to say in a game like this. Hello? Reflections also slay. Oh, that looks interesting. It's kind of interesting how they're using this very clearly, you know, spatial sounds, right? But they just like at the same time they like have no interest in sort of denoting the source of the sound with like some kind of, you know, actual visual object, like a speaker or something, right? No, it's just the sound just exists. Look at them. Enjoying the sculptures? Oh, what's this? Huh. Looks... Oh god, I don't know. It kind of looks like a... What it's called? Oh my god, I forgot what the animal, or the name of the sea animal. Star? Is it just... It's not starfish, right? Something. You know what I'm talking about. The star-shaped sea animal. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Huh. Oh, it is starfish. Really? Okay. I was a little bit uncertain because, you know, of the fish part. But I guess it is starfish. Yeah, starfish. Again, really interesting use of these ghosts. When you see them in spaces, in interior spaces that you cannot enter. Like in this case, I can get like a glimpse. Oh no, I think that's accessible to me actually because of the stones. But how do I access it? From above, probably. Okay, that's a little bit. That's kind of a like a development of teasing technique that we saw earlier. Now it seems to be a little more elaborate, huh? Yeah, it's not really a fish, not really a star. Wait, I just came back, I think. Yeah. Oh, okay. Curious. Oh, okay, there is a way up, I see. Kind of surprised that they're not using stairs here. Right? It's kind of, again, for like to attract attention better. I kind of glimpsed over it the first time because it blended a little bit with the environment. Okay. Oh yeah, these guys are really attracting my attention because I can just see them sort of the ceiling. Okay, now the arch to go through. How do I think I'm supposed to get on top of this thing somehow? Not sure how. So I guess I'll just move on. Again, look at this beautiful framing of the sphere. Imagine if Vegas had this sphere instead of, you know, whatever it has right now. That would be, I think, an improvement. I guess you wouldn't be able to put an advertisement on this one. Yeah, so maybe not. Okay, again we have a choice to make. Let's go to the left. Oh. Is it even accessible to me? No, that's just a nice view. Yeah, that's kind of a nice reveal of this water space with these chunks of earth that look like pizza slices, actually. I'm kind of craving pizza now because of that. I guess you don't really see it, right? From that level. You can't really like reach the edge. I think there was like a fence or something. So that's nice how you glimpse at another sort of from a new angle of this place. Okay, yeah, let's go this way. I'm kind of curious if the game will allow me to jump down. Will you allow me to jump down? Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised that I can do this. Also, what is this? Like a what? It's like a steam? Huh. Wow. Oh, that's okay. This is very surprising. I can completely go over the sort of main pass. That's refreshing in comparison to like to the beginning, right? I'm just getting lost now. Purposefully. Oh. Oh, hello. This is a guy. Yeah, that was a nice moment. How I'm glad that the game allows you to sort of just move away from the implied sort of official path and just, you know, go in whatever direction you want. Okay, this is where the ferry is, I think. That's like my goal, right? Yeah, let me check actually how I would end up here if I went through the stairs. It's actually a good question. I don't know how to return. Slopes are... The slopes are the real like challenge in this game. I think I actually cannot go back now. Oh no, I can. So this is the pass, right? Oh wait, I actually... Yeah, I kind of thought I moved away from the main pass, but that's not the case at all, actually. Not really. Oh well, that's okay. That's okay. But I do kind of like how here there's, again, it's very busy here, right? Like the only sort of like guiding element here is maybe these planks that you can see in the center of the screen. They kind of like give you a hint that like, okay, this is the way you can go, right? This ramp. But apart from that, you can kind of you can roam whenever you want, wherever you want. Yeah, let's go to the ferries then. Is it the shell? What it's called? Of the seashell? Kinda looks like it, right? The shape of it. It's kind of cool visual, just a gigantic seashell. This is a hot orb. I like this. Alright. Watch ritual. Yes, I will. I joined the gathering crowd. Laughing and shouting turns to whispers, then everything is silent. Even the ocean whispers. The night air crackles energy. The golden people begin chanting. Mercury, make me worthy of your gifts. Okay, now we actually have a choice. It doesn't seem to me like a game that, you know, that features like very important choices. So I imagine it's just more of a flavor thing. I think I would stay silent, since I'm more of a stranger here. The oldest immortal makes a deep breathing sound from the back of his throat. The sound grows in fullness like a mountain horn packed with gravel. My mind begins to wander. I think about it. Everyone I met at the festival, sure. And how I couldn't talk to them. Oh. What? Huh? What is... Oh, okay. That was kind of scary for a moment. Oh, the sphere is going down. Holy shit, the wave! Oh, okay, that was cool. Even so, it was kind of silent. Right, so we all were just blown away by the wave. that you're a dog. Well, wait. That's not a rat face. You... Alright, let's talk to a rat face. Why was I so angry? And ashamed? I should write a song. I want to sing. I want others to sing with me. Alright, buddy. Good luck. Talk to Sanita. Did you hear the voice? Every year I feel I understand the worlds a little better. They make me feel so light. Why? Why do you... Yeah, oh, man, it's so... Why the game didn't throw these like very short, but very kind of like moody, you know... Not even dialogue, right? There was not a lot of dialogue, just like monologues, you know? That would work, but yeah, only now we are getting some food, unfortunately. I mean, in regard to dialogues. Monologues. And I don't think I can go back, yeah. Hey. Talk to Argus. Now that I finally made it, I think it's time for a long rest. No, that's it? Have a good rest. Yeah, you can see, I think we didn't have these structures. It kind of looks like they got ripped apart. Or maybe I'm misremembering. But also using the shell as a sort of this way that you can like walk onto it and there is a character to talk to. Fantastic. Oh, this is cool. What? That's... Oh. Talk to Attis. My tendrils are so green and long. I feel as if I could reach the far continent. I will spread myself far and wide. Damn, that's... Those have some tendrils, that's for sure. Okay. Talk to Wild Bill. I don't know what to make of this. Feeling hoping for things I've never seen. What incarnation is this feeling? It's not half bad. Talk to Maximilian. Feel so strong and look at these colors. Oh yeah, the color slate, right? Oh, you were that lady from earlier. Sorry about that. I know what I was afraid of. I can't stop laughing. I don't think I felt this way. You know what would be kind of cool, right? We have these set of characters. Very memorable, distinct characters. Ratface, the birdie, the plant one. It sort of seems to me like this kind of like a final sort of destination moment where everyone comes together. It would be kind of cool to meet those characters, like being able to meet those characters before, you know, on our sort of pass to the ferry. So it felt kind of like a journey, a collective journey, sort of. And then, you know, it would fill these spaces with actors to talk to, and you know, you would have built a familiarity with them, right? And I don't. Maybe have a bit of a more meaningful moment when you meet them all gathered together here. Let's go. Also, I only now notice that the game is a little bit laggier on stream, I think. That's unfortunate. I feel a little bit hungry. My shoulder hurts, my feet are tight. What just happened? So nothing happened. Oh, okay. Was the ritual a test? Did I fail a test? What am I moving through? I'm moving through some giant stuff. What if? I know what I want. Whatever is broken in me is preventing the change. Oh well. How long is a ferry ride? I hear a distant sound like wet paper ripping. Oh, that... Oh. 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 Oh, that's unpleasant sound, actually. I see myself reflected in the calm ocean, and the calm ocean reflected in my iris, and my eye reflects. Oh, the rubber band stretches taut. I notice the reflection twisting in agony. I think to myself that I'm glad I am not that person because the pain seems unbearable. I feel sorry for them. Oh god, I'm sorry. Let me lower the sound. Strange that the alarm sounds after the wave hits. Isn't it sounds joke to turn it off? I better hurry up and turn it off. I think it's still loud. Maybe that's the point. And I'm undermining it. The reflection is screaming and I can't stop. The pain sharpens my vision to a single point of light. Reach out and find the light. The light is impossibly bright and it's flying towards me so fast. Oh, ow, ow. Oh, I'm a bird. I'm a bird, right? Yes! I'm flying in the sky. Holy shit. Oh, this is cool. Remember me thinking about the clouds, very tasty clouds? I'm happy that I reached them in the end. Mercuralia. Mercury wakes in his tomb. That was a cool title draw. Very silent. Oh, I remember this building. That I wanted to reach. Binoculars? Did I just pick up these gigantic binoculars? Hello, Apturus. It is Mercuralia. I think there's... Oh, wait. Did I not pin the message? I pinned the message, right? You can check the each IO. It's a walking sim that got released like recently, like a week ago or something. That is, you know, some really superb aesthetics. Okay, so this is our goal. I need to play it. Yeah, I'm kind of at the end actually, so I'm. You know, if you don't want to get spoiled, be careful. Read the obelisk inscription. You know, remember I mentioned earlier the festival that involved like the use of spices and like paint and stuff, and Mona said that maybe it could be India. Thinking about this like architecture, right? It seems to be like an Eastern architecture, right? Well, I mean, it's more, I guess it's actually more eclectic now that I look at these pillars. So no, I'm actually not sure if it's like there is some kind of reference to specific country's architecture. Yeah, not sure actually. Probably not. Song for the great red bird. The seas are known to us again. On and on the great red bird crashes to the land. The seas are claimed by Oceanus. The tides pummel the land. The land does not speak what he knows. On and on she searches the light, a leaped, deep land. Help her find her way. Back to the clouds. On and on. Alright. That was a game. That was Mercuralia. Yeah, as I expected, it will take me about an hour to finish it. Alright. That was I also do like how, you know, the main menu features our kind of like final destination actually. And so it's kind of nice. It kind of like affords like a very sort of nice recontextualization when you finish the game, and because the first time you open it, right, you have no idea what this place is. It's just it means nothing to you probably, but once you finish it, you're like, oh yeah, this is a place. This is my final. Yeah, that was it. That was it. I don't remember what was the point again. Like, actually, let's go. Let's check out. So, let's redo the dialogue. Before long, I'm lost again in the dance of sea fog. I hear something like wild dogs speaking. Oh, that's what you were referring to. Zombie. Oh, God, my memory. It's sprinting now. I can't tell which direction I came from. The snarl screams are closer now. The fog makes the sound dull and directionless. I treat towards a halo of former grey. I force myself in a gap between stones. I find shelter on the side. On the other side? Is it some kind of afterlife and we died or something? It's warm and smells of lemon verbena. What is lemon verbena? I wonder if I mispronounce it. And the rain damp leaves. My eyes adjust. A stone statue steps into the firelight. Hey, take this. Let's scare away the damp. Hand me a steaming clay cup. The softly flickering candlelight gives their delicate marble features the illusion of a gentle smile. Why not wait here a while till the sea fog burns off? Take a sip. It's warming and pleasant but without flavor. It tastes like swimming all day in a crisp blue ocean. And in the evening I lay on the shore, calm and exhausted. And I drift to sleep to the distant sound of waves crashing. Hail the tea maker at your service. My tongue continues to fizz like sea foam dissolving on the sand. My frozen fingers are able to move once again. I sing teal for this. This is your first time visiting the festival. Festival? It is in Mercuralia. Today is the final day of celebration week. At moonfall the ritual takes place. Ritual of change. All are welcome. You aren't here for the festival, then what brings you so far into the marshlands? I'll tell them about my quest to reach the city and to find the great red bird. Well, we did this, right? We did find the great red bird. So you're a bone collector. How unusual. You didn't collect any bones in the end, right? Are you employed by the northern reliquarians? That's kind of like interesting, sort of these sort of gestures towards some kind of organizations, places, right? That we just have no idea about. And we didn't really learn about anything, right? About this stuff. The bone collectors, northern reliquarians, what? I said that I'm not, but struggle to offer a sensible explanation for my journey. Teal's non-expression changes again. Her eyes say she knows something. More but does not say. I have a cousin in the mountains who makes bone tea. We didn't reach them, right? I don't think so. He uses bird bones occasionally, but never the great red bird. But rare, probably. Okay, the postcard. Interesting. Yeah, that's a bird. I remember this. It's the aviary in the Midtown. Central City Aviary. So I'm surprised anyone living remembers it. But yes, I had a little shop around there. It was a very long time ago. Unfortunately for you, the bridge to the city washed out 200 years ago. You missed this morning fury already. So the orb was the city, basically. You'll have to take the night ferry. It stops on the beach. Just follow the sea gates down the water. They open. Looks like the fog's clearing up. I hope you find your bird. Yeah, it is. The music is great. Really, really chill. Very nice. So yeah, yeah, that was it. I guess we found we reached the city and we found the great red bird and we sang a song to it. I grabbed it and also another one from the same dev. Yeah, they made like a bunch of games on this show. I'll also check out what they had, what other stuff they have. So, oh my god, I only now notice this orb, the sea orb. Can you call it a sea orb? The coral orb? But I'm really digging it. Yeah, it's, I mean, the ritual's beginning. Well, I like the aesthetics. I like the environments. It was a nice short period of exploration, I guess, of this fascinating world. A little glimpse of it. And it was pretty enjoyable. It was like the flow was pretty smooth, right? In many ways because of like pretty nice explicit use of like certain architectural shapes. Some parts of it were maybe again a little bit overused, like the branches again and again. They started feeling a little bit kind of formulaic at some point. But apart from that, yeah, that was kind of like every few like minutes we got into some interesting new place, right? Like the density of unique areas was pretty nice. So yeah, and again, I mentioned it earlier, it's, I think, very sort of impressive how they managed to balance these aesthetics of like very busy, right, looking environments with actually like with a nice readability. It was a nice mix, you know. Apart from that, it's yeah, it was nice, it was pleasant, but I can't say I really connected with it, unfortunately. Not really. And maybe to some extent, again, it's sort of the lack of character interactions that hurt me a little bit, you know? Just this feeling of not belonging, you know? That I talked about, that like I'm just kind of like a stranger. I'm like a temporary, like a tourist here, really. So it's, yeah, the game feels like kind of like a tourist attraction, you know. I just move through it, right? It's like a theme park to some extent. You just move from one area to another, sort of look around and be like, holy shit, that looks great, and I just move to another area. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this game tried to do something more than that, right, with the story. The dev is an environment artist? Yes, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And I mean, I think that's like a good example of, you know, when you make a game as a specialist, you should focus on your strengths, right? And that's, I think, a good example. Like, yeah, that's the environments are just fantastic. in this game. So yeah, the story is a bit obscure, and I do like the fact that again there is these all sort of like hints and gestures towards sort of the bigger world that exists outside. All this kind of like name drops, professions, right? The bone collectors, the bone tea, the reliquaries and stuff. That was nice, but yeah, that was kind of like the extent of it. Yeah, it's, I think, returning to the whole sort of attraction, like the theme park point. I think maybe if you make a game that is focused on exploration, the game that's focused about, you know, like very intimate sort of relationship with the space, right? I feel like you should go. It's like, how do you build a connection with something? You build it through familiarity, right? Which means, in case of like space exploration, it means like this sort of not moving through it once and never coming back to it. Like sort of, I think you have to make sure that the player spends in the same space some time, you know, some certain amount of time, so that the space manages to leave an impression on them, right? And that, like, what would help is this, right? Some, again, presence of characters that you could actually talk to and stay a little bit longer, you know, in the area. Again, maybe make the progression is a little bit less linear. Introduce some backtracking. There were some nice moments of backtracking, like the cave, the little tease with the fence in the cave. There are some instances of that when I was just kind of like moving through the same space. If there were like instances of us kind of like getting to these little platforms that let us reveal us at the area that we kind of traversed before, right? They were like those instances of kind of the game doing this, but most of the navigation was like very kind of, it was very fast. You're just moving very fast through the space, kind of not having enough sort of a motivation to linger a little bit more. And maybe like it's sort of, and I guess another thing that you could help that this game did like a few times nicely, how the backtracking, right, in the cave, that gives you, that reveals the sky, right? Yeah, so these kind of like moments of not showing everything immediately, right? So kind of like let the player linger in the same space, and as they sort of move through it and backtrack, just slowly reveal new parts of it, you know? Just kind of focus more on this, I guess, part of exploration, right? Because yeah, there were some nice moments of that, but most of it was just like very, very linear movement of like, oh yeah, I'm just going through that from one area to another. Yeah, the theme park. Did you play Fragmented City yet? Currently has demo only, but it's quite good length. Fragmented City. Let me check it. Is it on Steam? I don't think I've heard about this title. It is on Steam. Immersive theme-person adventure game heavily focused on meaningful exploration and social quests. Fragmented City is full of quirky characters, twisting stories, and intriguing urban places. Oh, that sounds exciting. Sure. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh, please. What? Please. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. All right. I need to. uh, the recurse is back. I got my VTuber model got so flustered by this handsome character on the screen. Yes, the bird looks like it knows too much, and my VTuber model crumbled under pressure. Okay, let me reload it. Yuri could not withstand the intense. Yeah, that this gaze. Oh, like holy shit. God. I already want to interact with this character. You know, that's I think a good sign of a great character design when you just. And the moment you see a character, you already want to build a connection with them. Okay, I think I can withstand the gaze now. All right. I like the style. It's very kind of cozy, very cute, very cozy, right? Lots of bird people. I know it is. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Let me save it. That looks like an interesting game to check out. Coming soon. There's a demo, but I don't. I probably won't check out the game. Not the game, the demo. So I'll wait. I'll wait for the full release. Let's actually check. Wait, what? Okay. So I had the itch.io page. They had lots of games, right? On their itch.io, I think. Yeah, quite a lot. Yeah, you can feel it. You can just right from the like the main sort of poster. That's environment artist. Oh my. Okay, please chill. Yes. There is no guarantee it will ever release, but community is helpful. What is it? Is it some? There is some kind of troubled development or something? Mercury Island. Oh, another kind of island. Explore the large mysterious island via a non-linear sequence of memories. Talk to island inhabitants. Relax on the beach. Discover all the secrets the island has to offer. Okay, I'm sensing some preferences that this this developer has. Very into beaches, very into the sea, you know, into the ocean. The moss wing thing looks so pretty. The dev has such a nice range of styles. Yeah, it's actually it looks pretty nice, but it is different, right? It's kind of like its own thing, sort of. You can, yeah. Oh, it looks, yeah, that looks great. Okay, the moss wing. Let me check it out. Explore abstract, lo-fi dioramas with a dreamlike narrative. Oh my. Oh, okay. Let me check the video. It is very pretty. Also, do I have a better quality? Please. Will it take time to load it now? I like that. Some kind of error appeared, I think. Oh god. Is it like please let me watch the video. Yeah, why must you be like this? Okay, we're back. Damn. Damn, that looks very nice. Yeah, alright. Okay. Alright, that's okay. How do I exit? How do I exit? Okay, escape worked. You know what? I do kind of want to. So I imagine these games are not very long, right? And it's only how much? It's 140. Okay, let's check out this game. I'm kind of interested. I think we have some time for another. No, that's I did not want to hide myself. I think we have time for another game. Okay. I was definitely not satisfied, you know. My hunger for beautiful environments was not satiate. Satiated? Hmm. Perfect. Then I must not did my horrible soup in silence. uh, yeah. I actually. Oh, wait a second. Let me check. Who did the? Speaking of silence. Okay. God. Back to these unreadable credits. Art. Okay, they did the music. They did art, systems, and music. Okay, they. The music is actually there. That's impressive stuff. Also, this devs media tab on Twitter. I'm so impressed. Okay, let me check. Let me check them out. Do they have a link on from each IO page? Pa, 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 pa. Okay, I see the art station, but I guess I can just. Oh, thank you, thank you. Um, yeah, yeah. That's uh. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Got the especially this one. Well, I guess you don't see it, right? Okay, yeah, because I'm like, it. I love when people just experiment with stuff like this. Yeah, it's. I also have to say I kind of respect people who just you. Oh my god, that's no not that. I cannot use the browser. I do kind of respect when people just are very. Oh, fuck off. Wait, are you serious? Are you okay? Ugh. All right. I guess we won't see it. God, I hate it so much. This shitty thing that you cannot. You have to. Yeah. But yeah, the media tab is great. It's also respectable that it's just like it consists of the work primarily. Very professional, very professional media tab. I have to say. When the Wing Moss came out? Let me check. Pum, 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 pum. It came out in what? I don't. Huh? a year ago, I think. Yeah, it seems to me it's a year ago. Then there is an Undertide. Oh, that also looks interesting. Also, wait, they released like several projects in 1 year like this? God, this is I am envious of this kind of productivity. You arrive by a boat at a blinking tower. A body washes up in a town, talk to townsfolk, and explore in this dreamlike mystery. I'm really digging this screenshot. That's the one I grabbed? Oh. Alright, this one also looks pretty intriguing. So rivers, used cars. Oh, look at this building. God, look! Oh god, this architecture! Holy! Damn, damn. Okay, I am also curious about this one. All right, I don't know. I'll probably won't be able to play like multiples, like more than 2. But let me check. Did I? I did upload the Moss Wing. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, that was some high quality slaying. Okay, all right. Let me then quit this one. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Where is it? I don't. Oh God, sometimes it's so annoying to find the. Um, Please, I beg you, let me. Okay, let me do it like this. For some reason, it just does not see the game. Okay. Okay, that worked. Oh. Oh, look at. I'm already in the game, sort of. God, oh, this is so weird. Like I can like move my mouse. And it's. All right. Okay. Before we start, let me. I'll take a short break. Be back in a moment. Okay. Enjoy the visuals for now. And the sound. Yeah. Wait, 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 what? Oh, what's happening? That's the... Huh? What happened? That's different. I'm sorry. Okay, let me... Um... Oh my god, what was it? Crying because the rectangle is not perfectly aligned. It is... Oh my... Yeah, that's not my fault. That's... It's not aligned perfectly. It is actually moved. Yeah, that's... I love the mirror thing. I did this in one analog horror clip a few years ago. Really gives another layer to exploring. Yeah, that's not the camera angle. No, the camera angle is... Wait, what? Huh? Wait. What? I am so confused what I'm supposed to do here. Huh? Okay, also, the game is probably very loud, right? Yeah. Let me go down like this. Okay, let me actually, yeah, let me see. Oh, Telegram, sorry. Mouse for WZ to look around, spacebar to advance to next diorama and text. Oh, oh my god, what's happening today? What is this? What is this curse? Am I... That's so strange, it never happened before. Was it, is it my computer? Did the stream quality just die? Okay, let me check the... let me check the bitrate. Please don't be in red. No, okay. It is in green, so it should be okay for now. Maybe there is like a one rare lag or something, random lag. Okay, so mouse, look around, spacebar to advance to next diorama and text. Oh. 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 Okay, that's... What? I have no idea what I'm looking at. What is... Huh? Okay. Okay, that's like a water stream or something in the forest or something. Huh. I don't know either, but slay. I can't move around there. Yeah, it's the WSD and mouse do the same thing. The shape in the middle look like a cat. I think it looks like a deer. Now, at least. Now it looks like a mouse, I think, or maybe a deer too. It's kind of interesting that there's sort of... You see some... You're almost like looking at some kind of... Some specific place, right? Like this, like some kind of stream, water stream in the... in some forest or something, but At the same time, it's like it's sort of abstract enough that you're not really sure. Not this one at the top. At the top. Did it look like a cat? I think I lost the cat. I guess it's part of the pan fun to, you know, to sort of get these shapes that remind you of something. Alright. You have many names. One kind of a name is shared with only one other, sometimes between a few close friends. The first of these names may be discovered after first chrysalis, but before the first mature patterns emerge. These names can be anything: a sound, a smell, or blur of a color that precedes understanding of the world. We use close names to organize, to connect. Circles form around intangible qualities like ripples propagating from a stone thrown with a known trajectory. Are we caterpillars? I mean, that could be one of the names, right? That's a very interesting juxtaposition, you know, right? Of this sort of abstract imagery with this kind of like this kind of text. Another kind of name is one widely known. Often it formally states what you do in the community. A rope weaver or ceremony stone painter are examples from my family. Rope weaver or ceremony stone painter. Caterpillars cannot be ceremony stone painter. I mean, well, I guess. The music is nice. Some mold names with the patterns of seasons. Others choose from the traditional names of their ancestors. Records are held in a cistern deep underneath our village. Cistern deep underneath our village. Oh, that's... I see the wings! I see the wings! Are these moss wings? Oh. Oh! Oh, that's kind of... Oh, I can keep doing this. Kind of... Huh. Is this some kind of person? In the middle? God, it's kind of cool how it's just... It sort of... transforms into different kind of like... different shaped characters or something, you know? Like, this looks like a character to me, right? This also looks like a character to me, but a different character. That's kind of cool. I only know one secret name. Nettle? What we shared long ago is the sun bleached now, transfigured by frequent replaying into something different. The name brings us back there, and we share little jokes about back then. Natal is now known widely as a ray. The original title was too long and complicated for anyone to remember. Before that, they were not widely named. The council shrieked banishment when they discovered that the water purifier, Natal, just wanted to see how it worked. It is, okay, I guess another interesting juxtaposition here that we have these abstract images combined together with a kind of specific story, right? Like, what are we doing here? Some kind of character by the name Nettle that got banished because of the water purifier, and there's some council. It's kind of very specific, right? It's very non-abstract. We made it worse by keeping it a secret. We'll put it back together before anyone notices. And after that, the fire started. Oh no. We share the secret name. We share memories of acrid smoke and slippery hoses, all gummed up with the yellow globules of pond slime. Yellow globules of pond slime. I do like how it sounds. What is globules? Let me check. Globules. A small round particle of a substance, a drop. Oh, okay. The village council occasionally threatens banishment, but when tempers cool, the threat itself is punishment enough. Exile from the community is rare and most is self-imposed. Okay. Alright, yeah, I see like the pass, like a road. Is it two different characters? Converging? Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh. Is it our characters? Natal and the like and the narrator? Did their paths separate or converge? I don't know. That's kind of cool. The few who suffer ceaselessly in body or spirit may choose to leave the village and wander the necro cities. Beats of masonry and inert consumer electronics echo with haunted recordings of their quiet fadings. Necro cities. Nete. Wait, is it a typo? Is there a name change to Nete? I'm not sure. Was not sent to the Badlands. Badlands. Necro city. On the contrary, they were given more responsibility and space to seek understanding. Now a race sprouts useful talents like brambles and is indispensable to the smooth operation of our village. I kind of notice a sort of I feel like I'm noticing like a certain style, you know, of this developer. Either typo or a commentary on the meaninglessness of the written word. Yeah, maybe. Huh. You kind of notice, right? These this way to sort of give glimpses of the other world, right? This like name dropping, right? Necrocities, Badlands, Council. It's kind of similar thing is happening. It was done in the oh my god, I already forgot the name. Mercur. Oh my god, my memory's Mercuralia, I think, right? Usefulness is not requirement for living in the village, however. Someone like myself with no obvious talent is still valued by the community. That's cool. Sometimes I do odd jobs for my neighbors. Sometimes I just sit by the stream and listen. It's cool. Merkel. God, the Merkel from the Baldur's Gate. Yeah. I mean, it did mention necro cities, right? Um, yeah. So I think these again, what are called dioramas, right? They basically, yeah, like they represent the village, I guess. Yeah, you can see clearly. Oh, the birdies! See the birdies? Oh, I can do this. Oh, that's interesting. You see like the little huts, sort of. Oh, that's cool. How the birds like came from the outside. Yeah, I can see people. See people with some banners, some huts. Hmm. The air is hot and thick with sweet pollen and savory kitchen smoke. High harvest is underway. The hatchlings are tall and clear-eyed, and their sturdy carapaces are healthy saffron hue. Also, I do kind of notice a bit of a contrast, right? Between the dioramas so far are very cheery, right? Are we mechanical insect humans? Yeah, I am. Yeah, that's a good question. Hmm. It's just kind of like the way these the text screen is addressed. This kind of like humming in the background. It gives me a hint something bad is going to happen. It's like just creates a bit of a I don't know tense mood. I don't know. Banners of lichens and luminous moles are raised in celebration. The feasting will go on for days. Lichens and luminous molds. What is lichen? Lichens. Am I even pronouncing it right? A plant-like organism that typically forms a low, crusty, leaf-like or branching grows on rocks, walls, on trees.
Lichen.
Oh, I was right. Also, that's a very nice Google voice. What am I looking at? Oh, okay. That's like the gate, right? Okay, forget what I said about the cheery mood of these dioramas. That... I don't know what that is. Yeah, I guess that's kind of like a nice sort of part about these dioramas is like you sort of like trying to figure out now what exactly are you looking at. Yeah, that seems to me like a... No, that's a well, right? That's a well, I think. Right? That looks like a well to me. Well. Well? Why? I don't see anything else. Oh, okay, no, didn't want to do that. Yeah. Possible? You can see some particles like I don't know, is it like a snow or something? Our circle is a 19s in recorded memory. For our service, we are tasked with digging a new well in the Badlands, far beyond the valley. If roots take hold, a small outpost will grow out around it. It will be a sister to this village, and a symbol of our kind's resilience. Heart scraped from the dirt. So that was the well that they dig, and the well was in the Badlands. If roots take hold, a small outpost will grow out around it. Huh. You all understand what this volley offers us and also what it demands. It is life-giving exchange. Abandoning the familiar rhythms of my life here fills me with dread. The elders sense this too. Mostly they just grumble amongst themselves, but louder, younger voices insist that if we don't extend our reach outward, we risk stagnation and decay. They dredged up memories from below to support their claims. We can't understand all language, but the images are disturbing. When my service is over, I don't think I'll travel anymore. I have a dream that I will stay put. Maybe I'll study the stars like elder neighbor. Or maybe I'll make a mushroom seller. I think Nate would enjoy helping me with that project. Oh! Oh! It is a well, right? That looks like a well to me. Hmm. Yeah, this one does not leave a lot of space for interpretation, it seems. What? Okay, do you see this? Is it a moss in the forest? I'm actually not sure. Because when you combine it, it doesn't really look like a moss to me. Or maybe it does look like a moss. Well, actually, it kind of does. Ominous, I thought. I thought and but also do not know. Yeah, so it is a village. And it's like they held some kind of festival or something. Or ritual with a moss. Right? Like you can see the huts, you can see people in the middle. I'm not sure what's in the the white kind of like clouds thing. We leave tomorrow. Natal, it's Natal again. It's frantic with excitement. We spent most of the afternoon together. And Nate was explaining their hypothesis for moss propagation in various bandland conditions. So okay, badlands are now bandlands? Yeah, I feel like it's done on purpose. Like even you see that like the bandlands also kind of hint at that, I guess. I'm certain that it is only one of hundreds of other ideas I wish to test during our journey. After the feast, so that was like a feast dedicated to the moss or something? Or them leaving, I guess? Younglings leaving the village? I find a quiet place to sit and think. Far off I catch movement behind the trees. Animal or earthquake? The scale doesn't make any sense. It's like the cliff is lurching towards me, slithering, glints of moonlight and on obsidian musculature, a trick of the firelight and frayed nerves. Obsidian musculature. I'm not ready. I'm not brave like the others, not driven like Nettle. I ladle a mug of Sarti from the bonfire vat and hurry off to bed, but I can't sleep. The fuck? What is... Huh? What am I... Is it... Okay, let me make the game a little bit louder. Is it screaming? I am... Oh, that's like a... That's a creature, right? That's like a giant, I think. Left and right, two giants. I think they look like... I think it is time to be fed to the huge obsidian bodybuilder moss. Obsidian musculature, right? God, it's getting very, very unsettling. Alright. Huh? What? Oh? Something? It looks like it is smiling. Kind of. What am I looking at now? Is something broke through the wall, I think. Is there a person inside? Do you see a person? I have no idea. When I turned around, Natal was not there. I rushed to the edge to find them clinging, claws scraping flinty chips from the brittle stone. It all happened so fast, my mind was foggy. If I could have just... What I didn't expect was quiet. You didn't make a sound when you fell. It was almost peaceful. A long time later I heard the crack of bone on steel. Even that last part of you, your echo, was stolen in an instant by the immensity of the space. Oh, what? What? Huh? I don't know what that is. Something coming from the ground? Some kind of tentacle? Yeah, I don't know. The little green shoots blind us all together. The little green shoot binds all scrap forever. Makes us strong, makes us tall. And now our hope can never fall. Little climbing wine nursery song. Ash from Bone. Second chapter. Okay, now we're... Yeah, now we can see some kind of ruins, I guess. And a nice... Nice snow effects, actually. Look at these. Look at these snow effects. Just like a very cute giant sort of circles falling. This is the prettiest one yet? Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, true. Oh, it's like, oh my god, it's like the snow is building up. That's cool. That's cool effect. There is a morning of our journey. It snows in the valley for the first time in living memory. The young are delighted, of course. The elders whisper of ill omens. I also share in their unease, but keep busy checking and rechecking our provisions. The snow is not cold, and according to Natal, it's not snow at all. Some kind of sick suit. No time to run proper tests. No one is sick yet, but some are acting strange. Yeah, the words that I'm encountering. What is sick suit? A deep, black, powdery or flaky substance consisting largely of amorphous carbon, produced by the incomplete burning of organic matter? Huh? What? Oh! Oh, I see. Huh. Thick suit. Nothing that can't be explained away by pre-trip nerves, says the cartographer, a veteran of many tours of service. What? Oh, what's this? Some kind of forest, right? Some kind of forest. Oh, I see people. It is some kind of building, right? So they're like, they have a camp in some kind of ruins. It is another sleigh. I do like how you can see, like, you can see the people, but they are just, yeah, they're abstract enough that you can't get enough sort of idea of who exactly they are. Winter Garden? Oh, yeah. That's actually, yeah, I didn't think about that. It is, like, you can see there's a holes in the walls. It's like from some kind of shell? Was there some kind of worm or something? Not sure. It feels kind of... all the ruins we've seen kind of gives a hint at some kind of post-apocalyptic scenario, right? A glass house. Also tombstones, maybe? Yeah, like, there's definitely some glass... these, like, these glass walls or whatever, right? Yeah. Oh, what? Wait. What? Huh. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. Later we gather for the farewell ceremony. During the ritual within the rings of interlocking dancers, we are automatic. The only thing that exists at this moment, leading directly into the next step. Via or automatic? In some kind of trance? The moss-wing patterns on our clothes and of our movements are tangled up together in the meanings and movements of our ancestors. The chronicler sings their names. We hear the names and we remember them. What is... Oh, that's cool. Okay. Huh? Oh, that's... You can see a person on top, I think. Right? Slage. Yeah, so it is some kind of... like residential building? That's kind of... oh my god, imagine. It does sound kind of... it looks kind of cool. Everyone having their own orb to live inside. I think I actually have seen like a video on YouTube about residential house that was kind of like made out of these orbs. Not orbs, was it orbs? I want an orb, yes. Like imagine living in this building, right? It is cool. I mean, maybe it's a little bit scary to climb down, you know, and every time you have to go out into like outside, you have to climb the ladder. This is a little bit scary. Yeah. Oh, okay, so you can see like huts, right? You can see huts on the bottom in the distance. So maybe it is observatory. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not sure. Orb. Afterward, the cartographer restores his newborn, the warm and welcoming embraces of the nursery elder's many arms. Huh? Cartographer restores his newborn to the warm and welcoming embraces of the nursery. So we are insects, it seems. Some sort of insects. Many arms. The newborn restores newborn to the warm and welcoming embrace. Array is making painstaking adjustments to the weather station sensors. Instructions for their understudy go far beyond what is necessary, even by their high standards. Yesterday's excitement has been displaced by something hollow and vast. I make several attempts to break through, but Natal is not there. The array has many important duties and they brush me off. Memories stored in soft tissues, leaching poison into the bloodstream long after I have forgotten the source. Oh. 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 Is it a... it is... Today is a stream of slaying. Okay, this might be the prettiest sort of... honestly, I don't think I would be able to decide. They all are so great that it's kind of... It would be very hard for me to, like, distinguish, like the best, you know. So it is like a stream of blood or something. In the cave? Are we in the cave? And there's like a person or something. insect-like person, I think. Not sure, maybe I'm wrong. But I feel like in the center there is someone. Hmm. Like right now, this in the center, this red kind of a, it's like a winged character or something, right? Also, I like the spikes. The spikes are nice. Huh. When we crest the east side of the valley, we can still hear the distant sounds of celebration from the festival far below. We stop at the edge of a cliff. This outcrop of rocks is strange. It's slightly closer than it should be, and the pass through is shifted. The cartographer shows us where it's supposed to be on the map. We pause to search for another way through. Oh, what? Oh, what? I... That switched on its own. I had no control there. It just... That was kind of cool. That was kind of refreshing, you know. Did you notice what was that? I had no chance to see what the shapes were. Just something broken. I don't know. We hear it before we see anything. A low roar resonates from deep within fissures. The sound has life cycle of a crystalline organism that grows in strength and complexity as it approaches. Huh? Grows in strength and complexity. Then we look up and we see it. A force of nature with overwhelming intelligence guiding it. Like an animal made of an avalanche. Fragments of light and shadows slash toward us at impossible skewed angles. I try to see it, all at once, but there's a sharp pain in the back of my skull. It slithers away through a rotten hole in space. A rotten hole in space. My favorite. The moment passes. An unnatural silence falls. Spaces between things feel heavy with understanding of new distances. I have the uncanny sensation that what we saw was part of a natural cycle, and we're all changed by observing it. There's a strong smell of that cut. That I don't think I could scroll. I know that if we move now, my inertia will keep me drifting forever into the sky, so I stay rooted. The rushing stream beside us is silent and putrid with burst rodents. The elder in our group declares these omens to us, but cannot convey the meaning behind them. But I'm really digging writing in this game, and I guess in the previous one too. There was not a lot of it, but still. Oh, it is a moss, I think, right? I think it is a putrid with burst rodents. The rotten hole in reality. I think that looks like a burning moss, right? That like lost like one of its wings. God, that's... Oh, that's us, right? Look at us. Our little expedition, sort of. And the camera is moving away. I wonder why the spot on the right is highlighted. Like, is this a bunch of trees? For some reason, there's like some kind of bluish light there. We agree that the journey must continue. Array speculates about phenomenon of group hysteria, and the latent hallucinogenic properties when consuming sorority while under stress, along with a sound caused by a sudden collapse within the cave. Group dream, giving it a name helps with the terror. Soon enough, we are around the campfire, joking about the Milia-eyed one and the deep sound. Nightmares from a bit of bad stew, the cartographer's growling stomach. Haha, we all laugh. There is no text. Okay. What? What am I looking at? Huh? Okay, so there is like a forest. And there is... What is this? Huh? I am... Is it a creature or is it just like a building? Build shelter? Maybe. Do you see there are like these, like in this circle, there are these kind of like cocoons? Could it be us? Could it be like our people? With some spikes for defense? Yeah, probably. I feel like it's us in the cocoons. It's like our people. Kind of makes sense if you're like some kind of insectoids or something. We march from sunrise to sunrise. We reach a place beyond the trees. Stepping out past the jagged edge of the forest feels like sacrilege. Okay, so this is the area that we just saw, I think. We each find our own reasons to linger at the boundary. I can tell Natal is still shaken. They busy themselves by taking bark scrapings. Far past the last tree, we find no suitable location to dig the well. We plan to go even further tomorrow. This is what we all prepared for. As we settle into the difficult and dull routine, the violation we shared at the beginning of our journey seems even more unreal. A hallucination for certain. The cartographer suggests that we follow a bend in the hills hinting toward the great river. Ray wants to dig up some strange routes for study back at the village. At sunset, we find no suitable location to dig the well. Oh, that's kind of like a cool glimpse into the outside. This is us, right? This is like our... On the right, you can see like the fire, like a smoke effect. Taking a rest or something. Huh? Okay, bunch of pips. Okay, more ruins. The days are becoming increasingly long, and the cartographer is struggling to keep us on track through the dense ash fog. When the fog clears briefly, we are surprised to find the end of the land. Scattered across the coast are alien huts and rotting planks. The seawater is poison and the dirt on the cliff smells like of old blood. We walk back in the other direction. We find no suitable locations to dig the well. Angel Trash. Wait, 4? Did we skip 3? I think we skipped 3, right? We had 2. We had like the first and the second one, but we didn't have the fourth one, right? What? Am I? Did I miss it somehow? Maybe out of order? Oh, that's okay. Interesting. This is some... Yeah, this is us. This is kind of cute how you can see our party at this point. It does look like a party, right? So we found a remnant of past civilization. Some kind of spiky spider. Huh. Oh, this is cool. Okay. Oh, okay. I am digging this. I'm digging this part. Okay. This is pretty cool. Again, this like just a glimpse. But I like the scale of the pipe moving through the whole place, and you can see like these walls at the distance. And there are more. There are like other pipes are moving through it. Okay, I really love the sense of scale in this one. Can I see our party? No, I don't think so. Okay, now I can. What is going on? What is with the lighting here? Huh? I think this is the same scene with the boat but without the water. Oh, maybe. Because like the shapes around the pipes are also just covered in wet. Okay, yeah, maybe you are right. I like the silhouettes of this building, mega structure, the pipes that are coming out of it, and you can see some kind of window in the distance. We search for sacred objects. In our dreams we invent miraculous and horrible ends to our journey. Scraps that contain traces of power added to our jangling reliquaries. We search through swamps and highways. We find forgotten things. We search the mini-marts, indoor mini-golf courses, multiplexes, multi-story car parks, water parks, empty lots, graveyards, and ziggurats. Mixed-use commercial districts, strip mall mortuaries, clean desert dunes that shroud dirty fast food bathrooms. I like the list. We find no suitable location to dig the well. For the first time, we consider abandoning the search. In the following weeks, discussions of giving up become their own daily ritual. Many appear confused and few need to be reminded of who we are. Ray has encouraged the theory that an artifact like this is power to guide. Yeah, of course it exists. Oh, that's our part again. You can see their silhouettes in the distance. This is cool effect, you know, the on like outside of the window you can see like the scrolling like wall effect. Damn, that looks really nice. Yeah, honestly, I feel like some kind of alien observer now, you know? It's like peering holes in reality so I can spy on these people, something like this. It kind of creates an interesting flavor of what's the word? Voyeurism, kind of? I don't know. We burn offerings from our dwindling supplies. The cartographer insists that following the water down onto the lowlands is the only true path. But the river dried to rusty smears long ago. You can only find mediocre ghosts, and they no longer agree on which scraps are holy ones. Mediocre ghosts. How ghosts can be mediocre? Well, I mean, I guess they refer to items, right? Not like actual ghosts, but it would be kind of cool if they were like actual ghosts. And they were mediocre somehow. When you see a good ghost, you know it. Exactly. Yes. That's... And now we're kind of looking from the outside, right? Sort of. Lots of these episodes of kind of like the wall, kind of like a boundary broken, like a... Is there some kind of implication of that the civilization was invaded from the outside or something? The past civilization? It's kind of interesting. You can see these... it's like these panel houses, right? It's like these residential buildings sort of ingrained into the cavern, like some kind of insect colony or something. I don't know. The schism in the circle cannot be healed. It must not be if I am to reach my goal. We gather at a great wound in the shell. We may make up a farewell ritual because we can't remember our own teachings. We exchange meaningless trinkets and pray carelessly. When the others are gone, we stand on the edge and stare. Some throw rocks to listen to the echoes. Meaning buried. That's 5. Now, that does not seem to be out of order. I feel like the 3 just got skipped somehow. Or maybe like, I don't know. I'm confused. Me confused. Oh, God, this is also good. God, this is also good. These walls, these cables connected to them. Like disappearing into this. God, this is so Blame-esque. God, this is just tickling all my hunger for Blame stuff. The white owl effect, yeah, that's also one. And the light coming through the cracks in the ceiling. Oh, damn it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Again, picking through the hole. More mega structures, right? Yeah. Wait, is it these surfaces made out of squares? They kind of resemble solar panels in a way, right? Is this civilization was kind of built on these enormous mega structures that were like consuming the sun or something? Oh, I like this. I like this line of speculation. Kind of like a Dyson sphere, sort of, right? They're just consuming the energy of the sun, sort of. That's what the vibes that I'm getting from these constant, like the use of these surfaces, right? That kind of like it looks like sort of made of solar panels. Oh, what am I looking at? What is some kind of cave, some kind of, again, some kind of ruins? This one feels like I'm rotating a map in the editor or something. Okay. We sense the cool air of a distant river. Traveling is difficult. The underworld is brittle and dry rotted. That was underworld, I guess. Sometimes we come to a drainage channel and scrape off the strange lichens growing there for sustenance. We hear flowing water in the deep burrows of our dreams. The flowing water in the deep burrows of our dreams. We lost today. We lost two today. One in a collapse, the other by falling. I still believe in the river. The waters will lead me home. I haven't seen the sky since the descent. I measure the passing time by the pain in my joints. I wake before the others, anxious to keep exploring. I leave a hasty note and pack my things. Soon, I lose camp in the darkness of twisting passages. This doesn't concern me. I don't feel anything towards the other travelers. Oh my god. Their relationship with Natal, or Array, I guess, completely deteriorated. Do you think they're in the same party, or they got separated? I wonder. It's kind of sad. Huh. Okay, maybe I'm wrong about solar panels, actually. I feel like that does not seem to be... I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I'm not sure anymore. But I do kind of like how we can see the specific details here, right? On the foreground. The office chair. Some kind of... Actually, I have no... Is it some kind of ancient computer? You know, when they were like, the computers were very bulky and enormous and they were like occupying whole rooms or something. I don't know. Yeah, I did not expect... Yes, I was sort of... Like, I expected something vague, you know? Something vague, something abstract, you know? Just something non-specific, sort of, you know? But that's a really, really captivating story, actually. More captivating than the oh my god, the Merkel game. It's such a bad way to refer to. Yeah. What is this? Oh, that's like... What? Is it an office space? Are we in some kind of office space? Right, you can see the furniture, tables, and it's like the panel, right? This like the office lights, right? Integrated as a part of the panel ceiling. The Moss office, Morphous. Interesting. It's like I like the pillars. You know, it's like pillars are drunk. The way they're like bent, you know, they're just like they're barely holding together after a bunch of drinks or something. I don't know. Okay. What is going on here? What? Can you hear the screams? Like the screams and distance. You know what it reminds me of? There was this comic that was kind of popular, you know, on Twitter some time ago. It was a comic that depicted like a girl who's like a time traveler or something, adventurer, and she like travels into the future, humanity, and she like meets a robot that says that like, okay, welcome to the future of humanity. you should, we will take care of you. And like in the next shot, she's just sitting, like in the small chamber, with some substance like attached to her. You know, like the hospital thingies that like with a needle that. And it turns out that like the whole humanity is just turned into these chambers where humans are just like fed these like pleasure creating, like dopamine creating set of substance. And this is how whole humanity exists into the future. Basically, it's just these chambers of like pleasures filled, like, you know, across the whole earth basically. Yeah, where people just sitting in them, they just getting pleasure from the liquid, and that's it. This is basically that. And the whole thing is, you know, supported by the machines until the end of times. Yeah, something to look forward to. This is what it reminds me of. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm looking at something similar. That like in each of these boxes, there is maybe not a human, but maybe a human actually, right? Actually, so far all the sort of glimpses into this sort of past civilization that we saw kind of gave me a hint of the, like the furniture, for example, right? The furnitures looked very human-like. So maybe this is what we actually witnessing here. This is kind of like what humanity came to. This just oh my god, there is a term for this, right? There's like thought experiment, experience machine, right? I think it's called experience machines. It basically describes this kind of like mechanism that you can enter and just experience pleasure after pleasure and pleasure and pleasure. Just your whole life becomes pleasure, but you know you cannot exit. You're forever attached to this machine, basically. And like the thought experiment is that are you going to enter the experience machine, basically, right? And that the one of the reasons why that comic was, I think, like kind of popular and like it got some prominence, because you know it is people have very different views on this, right? Some people say that they would never, you know, subject themselves to this kind of existence, right? It's all just wrong. And others say like, no, actually, I would go for this. I would be in one of those boxes. And me included, by the way. I think I would enter experience machine. I would get into one of those boxes and just experience pleasure until the end of my life. Yeah. I'm kind of leaning toward pro experience machine, basically. Alright. Far below I reach what I feel must be the deepest chamber. I hear voices, I follow them, and I find sound all around me. Then I see the ocean of glinting stars. Over time, I found these lights are a language. I pick up one scrap from a million others heaped in mildewed? Mildewed? How do you pronounce this word? I don't know. Piles of showed hastily into filing cabinets. I try to imagine how it was when people lived here. Evidently, they were in the hurry at the end. Something was approaching. It had better be good when you get there. The angels are kept alive at low ebb by a flame far beneath, whose light will outlast us all. They share dreams via your root system, an endless chorus of voices. Their voices were never lost, just buried here and forgotten for a time. Okay, it's not exactly an experience machine thing. I think this language is an animal. If I die, it will hibernate, again living on scraps, waiting for the next vector. I know it now, and when they speak, I feel good. I feel less alone. Alright. Little time to write all energy for Project Snow has reached basement level fear that like the others don't have much time. What? Okay, let me read it again. Little time to write. All energy for Project Snow has reached basement level. Oh, okay. Oh, it's like each. Oh my god. Okay. Little time to write it all. Energy for Project Snow has reached basement level. Fear that, like the others, don't have much time. I do like this. I do like how that's written, you know. It does give you like a feeling of, yeah. That was written by someone who did not have much time. Huh? What? We are back on the surface? God, this is blinding. Today journey from Underworld complete. Project complete clutch. Made of half understood. Shortcuts. Sunlight is a physical force, pushing me down. White hot glass teeth through flesh. The wound gets small on the horizon, and I'm glad. A figure approaches in the heat, smear distance. Netta looks worried but isn't surprised to find me here. It's not a ghost or vision. Too much meaningless detail. Netta's bad posture and faintly sweaty smell. My hunger and the feeling of greed grinding to the source on my back. I worry my vocal cords have been... No, I skipped. I didn't mean to skip. Okay. Alright, that's annoying. Netto doesn't speak either, just raises my head so I can drink, and gently turns me over to apply a salve to my shoulder. Everybody acted so strangely after we got back, but they found their equilibrium, they rebuilt. Eventually, I did too. The last time you were back, it was like you weren't there. It was a little spooky. The most logical thing to do was to let you go. Let you to do whatever it is you spent all this time doing. I lay there unmoving. I let myself be loaded into the backseat again. Automatic flight 6. Okay, so we are back to the forest? Interesting. Oh, are we? Maybe we're actually going away from the forests. I find myself in the past, a sacred and preserved place. The area is stagnant like a forgotten storage unit. As I go deeper inside, the creature judders alive. Is fury or indigestion or HVAC? Oh, this is us. What? As I reach the top, I follow the passages automatically. I forget myself and tumble out into black void. In the place of myself, I understand other things. Systems maintain networks made of older vestigial systems. I trace along blood vessels to the nervous system. I follow accents and dendrites and tunnels inside her bone. I float down a maintenance corridor and follow the signs for a soul. The soul chamber is a big, mostly empty room with a dropped ceiling. The furnishings look expensive but nondescript. Some are sealed in clear plastic to keep the dust off. On automatic, I start to unwrap the project still tied against my chest. It's warm from my body, but I don't recognize it as my own creation. I place it gently in its cradle. And once more I hear many overlapping voices. The noise is comfortable. Working on a cold mountainside with a storm in the distance. That's a nice title. Sure. Is it? What? Is it us? I don't know, actually. That looks like creatures, right? But no, that's. I mean, we look different in the elevator. I see a storm gathering strength over the ridge. I wrap tape around the burst hydraulic tube. How long can this little one's last in this cold? I must have an extra heater in the shed for tonight. I weave new wire around the rusty post, closing the gap. The wind whispers, the rocks shift, and the ice melt gurgles. Often in the silences I hear words, so I can't remember what they mean. Oh. Oh, there's the actual settings. Oh god. Oh god. That was Moss Wing. All right. Yeah, I think the black rectangle is one. Yes. Yeah, that was definitely more captivating than the Mercuralia, whatever. Sorry, Mercuralia. Yes, I actually like the story a lot. That was kind of nice. A little bit a little bit maybe too passive for my taste. That felt more like a book reading. That is accompanied by very nice images that you can look under different angles, sort of, right? Um, Kind of reminded me of actually of the creepypasta. There's like a very famous creepypasta with called Godzilla. It's like it's about someone finding like a cursed version of a Godzilla SNES or something. It's some old like version of Godzilla game for old consoles. And that creepypasta like featured a lot of the images to accompany like the text that were like very good. They help you to immerse into it. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Again, um, leaning toward their strengths, right? Providing very lots of environments, lots of like glimpse into environments that Slade, right? How many of them Slade? A lot, right? It's kind of hard to count at this point. Yeah, and it's a very different game in this sense, right? Again, it's quite impressive what they like how different these two games. Of course they have like this unifying quality of featuring and kind of focusing, leading toward this like environment art, right? Sure, but yeah, they were just like they provided two very different experiences. I guess they both kind of felt this sort of personal in a way that was kind of like conveyed through text. All of them Slate, some just Slate harder. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Exactly. But honestly, even despite, I think it was kind of like a great work with limitations. It's even so. Our like the environments we could observe them from the very limited view, right? From the very limited point. I really like this thing that they did with the dioramas. So like you can rotate around and to sort of to make the environments like merge and like or rather converge or like do the opposite of that, right? That was actually like promoted like a very like nice moments of like speculation, right? Of interpretation, of like figuring out like what am I looking at, right? It was pretty engaging, despite the fact that like I was just like rotating my mouse, right? So that part was kind of nice. Even so, toward the end of the game, they for some reason they kind of decided to go away from this approach, or just more just okay, just have some environments and look at them from specific point. I guess they provided some contrast, at least. All right, so that was Mothwing. I enjoyed it a lot. And you know, I honestly kind of curious to check out more of their work. I definitely very interested in checking out this detective game. Looked very, very intriguing. Love the architecture. This kind of like brutalistic flavor is very up my volley. And maybe I'll check other games because I imagine it's also not very long. Okay, this game was made for. Oh, that was made for Ludum. What is it? Ludum Stare? God, I forgot. For the Jam. I took a lot of inspiration from atmosphere and pacing of LSD Dream Simulator. I focused on making something a bit more linear and narratively focused. An average playthrough takes about 30 minutes. Okay, so this one is relatively short too. So maybe I'll check out like a few more games from this author. I feel like it evolved very nicely. I like how the format opened up. The opening was nice. Yeah, right. Yeah, it was. It was definitely. It felt very kind of like restricting. You know, this like very sort of very small kind of window view. That is true. So I did like that it like expanded in in time. I'm not sure what the reason behind the mirror use thingy in the beginning was. So like story wise, yeah, that's mirrored view thingy. I mean, apart from providing this kind of like nice moments of interpretation, I guess it just kind of sort of is in line with the whole Moss thing, right? Right, with the Moss being, you know, mirrored. Like, I, I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Mm. Maybe that's just a kind of like um, a fun little mechanic they came up with that felt nice, and they decided to sort of integrate it. Yeah, some people also remind me of the anime blame. Are you serious? Whatever. So yeah, I think next time I'll check out the Underside and probably Mercury Island. I'll see what the other games are about. Yeah, that's a plan for Tuesday, for next Tuesday. And yeah, I think that's it for me for today. That was a very nice discovery of another very cool indie developer. I'm glad that I noticed it on the Blue Sky. Blue Sky is actually not that bad. um, so yeah, thanks everyone who stopped by. Um, I'll see you as usual on Thursday with Rogue Trader. And yeah, have a good rest of your day. Bye 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 bye.